What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Rana out of Houston, Texas. Guys, today we're going to talk about why buyers complain about wholesaler fees and how much a wholesaler should make on each deal. Alright, so in today's video, we're going to talk about why buyers complain about wholesaler fees, and I'm going to go over the exact steps that a wholesaler goes through to acquire a property, so that way we can show the buyers why we make what we make and why it justifies in our deals. Alright, so this is how wholesalers make money on deals, and this is how we go about in acquiring the property. Alright, wholesalers spend money in marketing dollars, okay? We don't just pick up the phone and get a property under contract and boom, it's coming your way. They are costs that are incurred while we get the property under contract, okay? We have to pay for the list. We have to pay to skip trace the list. We also put in the man hours, and it is hours and hours of just cold calling people just to get one yes. All right, guys? And then we also have to put up earnest money in the property just to lock it down. We need to have equitable interest in the property and exchange a certain amount, either it's $10 or $1,000, okay, to lock the contract in. We have to invest up front without anything that's being guaranteed to us. All right, we put in the time, we put in the effort, we put in the money with no guarantee of selling the property. Right? I'm gonna talk to you guys today about some of my real life experiences. For example, there was a deal which I made
only $2,500 on.
And we had to fight the mortgage company because it was a subject to deal. The mortgage company was not cooperating with us. The seller kept threatening to back out of the deal. And we just had to really put that deal, keep it glued together. And you're gonna run into that. What happened was making $2,500 was not really worth our time or efforts. I'll be honest with you guys. It was super hard to work with that mortgage company. Not only that, it was super hard to work with the seller. Not only were we acquiring the property subject to, sometimes the seller was unaware of what the next steps were. He had a wife involved. They were going through a divorce. It was just a mess and not worth $2,500. On the other hand, we've had other deals where sellers are just the easiest people to work with, right? We call them LDs, laydowns, right? They just said, hey, you buy my property, here's the keys to the property, open title on it, and we are ready to close. All they care about is getting a check. For example, we had a property last month where we actually got over 30 grand above asking price, and the buyer did not complain. Why? Because the buyer's exit strategy worked. All they cared about was how much are they gonna make on the deal after they sell the property. All right, guys? And then I'm gonna talk to you guys about the stigma of wholesalers, right? Wholesalers are making way too much money, okay? And that is, to be honest, listen, if you wanna be that wholesaler who spends, who goes out and tries to rip buyers off by not taking care of them, you want to be in the business of repeat business, right? Either you want to sell one deal a year, make 60 grand and not sell anything, okay? Or wholesalers are making 20, 30, 40 grand, right? I'm a volume guy, right? We concentrate on high volume only. I'd rather be doing a certain number of deals, and I already know that the minimum that we're gonna make is between $7,000 to $11,000 per deal. And if we're doing that 15, 18, 20, 25 times a month, I'm okay with that. And it's just, you have to understand that consistency is key, especially in this. So I'm gonna turn around and go right back into what I was talking about, where wholesalers actually have to go out, hustle, and struggle to get some of these deals under contracts. And sometimes buyers just don't understand.
Don't need to argue, parents just don't understand.
Right? And then they call us asking us, we've had buyers call us on the closing table and say, hey, Ron, I think you guys are making too much money for the, and we have to justify it because we actually have wholesalers cost, we have overhead, and you need to make sure that you are justifying all this up front with your buyer, because a buyer is going to look at what you're making, and if he says that, hey, you know, what we got going on. Oh, you're making so much money on the deal. Okay, well, you go out, you build a company, you go out and you scale, you go out and you pay the electricity bill, you go out and you pay employees, taxes, you know, you're paying overhead, you're keeping the lights on in the place, right? So all this nonsense about wholesalers are making too much money, in my opinion, are just absolute
Garbage.
all right, if you're a buyer and you're buying a deal from a wholesaler, listen, you have to respect the process through the entire way. If you don't have the manpower or the hours to put in or sit on the phone for 8 hours a day, literally, to get a contract, this is not for you, okay? All right, so what is the magic number that people always say a wholesaler should make? And let's be honest, guys, there is no magic number, okay? It all depends on the deal. We've had some deals where we've made $2,500. We had some deals where we've made $25,000, $30,000, $40,000 on deals, right? It all depends on the deal and what the exit strategy is for your end buyer. Okay, guys? So if you're a wholesaler, make sure you're taking care of your buyers, and you always want to understand that you're in the business of repeat business. Okay, we don't like to do just one transaction with our buyers. We like to do multiple transactions a month. And as far as buyers goes, listen, buyers, we as wholesalers, we go out, we grind, we go out and we hustle just so you don't have to do that in order to acquire properties and acquire deals. Okay, now how do you build relationships with your local wholesalers, buyers? What you do is you hang out with them, you call them. I've got buyers, people who haven't even quote unquote bought properties from me before, but I know they've transacted, right? They'll call me from time to time just to keep that relationship, because guess what? They're gonna be in front of me whenever I think about the next deal. All right, so it all goes around. Buyer takes care of wholesaler, wholesaler takes care of buyer. At the end of the day, the seller is taken care of, you guys are taken care of, everybody makes money on the deal, right? All right, so to recap the video, we just talked about why do wholesalers make so much money on deals, and is it justified? So if you like this video, make sure you smash the subscribe button, hit the thumbs, click that bell icon, and make sure you guys follow us on our wholesaling group on wholesaling.com/groups/wholesaling real estate 101. Thank you guys. Peace out.